Oh no. Oh no. Let's go! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! He's still going! He's still going! Oh my god! Oh my god!
The Detroit Lions beat the Philadelphia Eagles 27-24. Yeah! Okay, let me get back to the video. Yo, this was a good game. Finally, the Detroit Lions show us something. And you know what? Hey, nobody's talking about the Lions right now, but they may be a top team in the NFL. And nobody's talking about it. But yo, check this out. A quality win against the Eagles, who has a top 5 defense. Even though the Eagles were shorthanded, hey, this was still a quality win for the Lions. Now, check this out, guys. The Eagles, you know what? They got some issues. Listen, Carson Wentz tried to do his best to win this game. He was a one-man show. He didn't really have much help. I mean, come on. 7 drop passes by receivers. You're not going to win a game if you have 7 drop passes. I'm sorry. There's no excuses for that, especially if it comes right to you. If it hits your hand, you have to catch the ball. But, you know, the Eagles are missing Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey. I mean, hey, those are 2 top receivers, elite receivers in the league. You know what? There's no excuses, even though there's a next man up. You know, there's bench players. You got to step up, but they're bench players for a reason. 7 drop passes is crazy. But you know what, though? It's not just that. You know, it's all types of ball security that the Eagles didn't have. I mean, they had 3 fumbles. 2 of the fumbles were recovered by the Detroit Lions. You got to take care of the ball. Carson Wentz tried to do it by himself, though. He had 259 yards, 2 touchdowns. You know, Sanders, once again, couldn't hold on to the ball, but he had 13 rushes, 53 yards. Jordan Howard, he had a touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, one of the veterans on that team, he had 8 receptions, 50 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. He was a go-to guy, but he couldn't take care of the ball either. He couldn't, you know. So the Eagles, they have a lot of issues. They have a lot of, execution issues and turnover issues that they need to work on. They really do need to work on it, you know. And you know what? Late in this game, the Eagles could have came back and won the game. It was there for them. The Detroit Lions did not close the game out in the fourth quarter like I wanted them to. Obviously, as fans wanted them to, but they still got the win. Matthew Stafford, 201 yards, 1 touchdown. He could have played better in the second half. But you know what? Guys like Marvin Jones step up. He had 6 receptions, 101 yards and a touchdown. The dude was balling out. One good thing that we're still trying to see is the run game. Kerryon Johnson, he had 20 rushes for only 36 yards. You know, J.D. McKissick, he had one rush. It was a reverse route for him, and that went for 44 yards. You know, so combined, altogether, the Lions did have a decent run game, but Kerryon Johnson running the ball in that second half against the a top elite defense of the Eagles. Hey, that's an elite team. Of course we can't run the ball against them, so you pass it, convert on third downs. That's something that the Lions could not do in the second half, in the fourth quarters, convert on fourth downs, and they let the Eagles come back and almost win this game. If it wasn't for on 4th and 15, Carson Wentz throwing a Hail Mary, pretty much a Hail Mary, to a receiver, and it hit his hands, but he dropped the ball. Like, if he would have caught that ball, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, and the game is over. The Eagles would have won the game, So, from the offensive coordinator, from Matthew Stafford, we need better play calling. We need better rushing routes, and understand that we couldn't run the ball against the Eagles and convert on third downs. But if that's the case, you need to maybe throw the ball sometimes on first downs, maybe on second downs to convert, and then run so you can run that clock out. But if you can't run the ball, obviously you couldn't run the ball in the second half and convert on your third downs. Hey, open it up to Matthew Stafford. Let him pass it. There was a couple times where Matthew Stafford, he missed a guy to convert on third downs which led to the Eagles to have a chance to win this game. So, hey, it was a different outcome. I'm happy the Lions won. Once again, key factors in this game, Jamal Agnew. Oh my goodness. You know, he was benched earlier in the weeks or whatever, and he comes out, he starts on kickoff returns, and he takes it for 100 yards. He takes it for 100 yards and a touchdown. Hey, congrats to Jamal Agnew. You know, you had people in the press conference asking him if they were going to asking Matt Patricia if he was going to give Jamal Agnew a chance, because there were a lot of times, a couple times, you know, he had problems with ball security. And they brought a guy, I believe, named Marvin Hall to play kickoff returns. He's a receiver to help that area out. And then all of a sudden, Jamal Agnew has a really good game, you know. So congrats to Jamal Agnew. We're going to see, hopefully we see more consistency out of him as well. As for the defense, for the Detroit Lions, hey, we had 3 sacks in this game. Was it Christian Jones? I want to say Flowers had a sack. I want to say Robinson had or Snacks, he had a sack in this game. You know, that's good. We like to see that. You know, that's good that we can finally get pressure on the quarterback, you know, a top elite quarterback at that, you know. So that's good. Once again, though, our secondary needs to step up. Slay got hurt today. Slay got hurt. So, you know, he went out, and then he immediately went after Ford. So, hey, he was a target. Our secondary needs to step up, which it kind of did. Rashard Melvin, Coleman, and those guys, they stepped up, you know, so I'm happy about that. Our linebacking core, Jared Davis was a big help with him coming back from injury. Hopefully we can get Deshaun Hand back. We need him dramatically. Mike Daniels, he left the game. He got hurt with a foot injury. So we hope to expect him back. We hope it's not that serious. But he was seen in a boot after the game. So it's not looking so hot for him. But Darius Slay, he ended up hurting his hammy. That's a dramatic loss if we can't have him in next week's game against Kansas City. Kansas City ain't no joke. They're arguably the best team in this league, right next to the Patriots. But Kansas City ain't no joke. They're elite. Defense and offense, they're elite. So we're expecting to prepare for them. And after that game, we play Green Bay on Monday night. But I believe it got moved to Tuesday. I'm not sure because of a hurricane. So I will be letting you guys know about that. So you heard it from me. My name is Maurice Lewis. Follow me on social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Let me know what you think about this video. I'm out. Peace.